Okay, so for some of y'all that don't know, Rhapsody here, she's already started college.
Mhm.
And she came home and she gives us little things like what she's learning and everything. And some of the things that she's learned is that she's observed some differences
And professors.
in professors, and she wanted to give her feed on what she's observed and noticed.
Okay, so let's just call them Professor A and Professor B, right? So Professor A, I go into the classroom and she's very, what would be the right word for that? Just, what would be the right word? Like maybe strict, or maybe she does things a certain way. She's very strict, she's very kind of cold, and like she kind of stated early on that she doesn't really care to know us or to get to know us, and that she's none of our friends, right? Is she's just doing her job and that's it. Professor B was excited to get to know us. Went around the classroom, asked everybody, you know, something about themselves, what major they're taking, what are their hobbies. She wanted to know. She wanted to know us, and she was just very enthusiastic. And the two differences I noted, I mean, the difference I noticed between Professor A and Professor B is that Professor A had mentioned that she had to go into teaching for survival. She didn't want to become a teacher. Matter of fact, I think she said she hated teaching. And she the only reason why she did it was for survival. That's out. That's why. Professor B said she started teaching because she really likes it. She really likes the subject that she's teaching, and she just loves teaching, and it fills her heart up with joy. And you could definitely tell when by observing.
When you put your passion into something, you could tell
Yeah.
the way they
How things go about, how they handle things, how things are said, how things are done, with the energy that's behind it as well. Because she was enthusiastic and she was happy, she was smiling the entire time, and of course, Professor A was not. But you could definitely tell. You could definitely tell with energy, with words, with actions, with everything that you observe. It's kind of easy to pinpoint who really loves what they're doing and who's just doing it just to do it for whatever reason.
So thank you for bringing that to our attentions. I mean, I don't know if some people go into depth of observing their surroundings and what, like, just really paying attention to someone's demeanor, like just everything about them, their energy field, everything, right? So when you walk into a room, or when you walk, in front of someone, are you picking up those things and stuff like that. So I'm someone that kind of like reads someone's body language and all that stuff. But I also know that sometimes people are going through stuff. So I also take that into accountability.
I think she did say that too, though. But I mean, she did say that she didn't like teaching and she had to do for survival because of those reasons. But yeah. But also, I noticed a difference in the students as well. Some of the students are from both of the classes, and class A, they're drained, they're kind of like, not there, or maybe, what would be the right word for that? Just blank face, no expression, no, they're just there. And class B, everybody's kind of like, they're all excited. I mean, I told the story how when I walked into class B, I mean, students was like, "Come on, like sit over here." Like they were so excited and enthusiastic, and I think I mean, things like that matter. How the professor and everything else. Are you tense? Are you more? Is it more of a fun environment? Or not saying that college has to be fun, but more of a relaxed like environment.
Yes.
So.
And I find these things kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting because I'm always, just observing myself, you know what I mean? Observing, and I wonder sometimes, do people think the same way, like similar to, or like are people even picking up on those kind of things? But then of course we know that there are some people that do pick up on it. And so, this is interesting to me. It's interesting that this is what you came home, this is what you taught me, like this is what you observed and about the, class, the students, the professors, and how you felt, 1 minute and how you felt the next. And so, and it all plays a role. And so therefore, yes, be passionate about what you love. Be passionate about what you love to, and share that passion with others, because it's something beautiful. It's so beautiful to, to see someone's passion in something.
And then it's contagious as well, because students in class B wanted to engage, and they wanted to, because they could see that the teacher was excited and the teacher was wanting us to be part of it. She wasn't saying, y'all aren't my friends, don't get, like, I don't really care. Like, she wanted to get to know us, and she wanted that kind of connection, and it was very welcoming. And I think it allowed for a safe environment to kind of like
Thank you.
open up and be like, okay, well, it just allowed for a safe environment to open up, basically. Just people felt comfortable answering and stuff, because it wasn't a tense, high stress environment. It was a very welcoming, like, playful-ish kind of environment, and
very educational, guys. This topic is very educational. When you're going deep, like, and you're really like taking all those aspects, like, what you're saying, what you're saying, when you're taking all that in and taking that into consideration, it makes you, rethink some things, areas where people can, make it better. Like, again, if you're not passionate in what you're doing, then maybe you should think about changing, it. You don't have to, I think we live to know that we don't have to do something that we don't want to do. We can actually be very successful in something that we are very passionate about, and things that we really do want to do. And so you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and that helps. It helps everything, you know what I mean? Be in something that you're very passionate about, because, just like she said, the students and the Professor A's. In Professor A's class, that she let it be known she's not here to make friends. She's not here, like, she's basically just here to this and that, and if you don't address her by a certain way, then it just makes the class kind of like, so you just want to make sure you really do love what you're doing. Go in, full-hearted, with your full heart in it, and it just change the whole atmosphere, the whole, so just do, so we advise, like, listen, do something you're passionate about today. We love you all, and we hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day. Mwah.